So the polls are now open in my home state of Texas for the Republican Senate primary runoff as Ken Paxton takes on incumbent John Cornyn for a chance to face Democratic State Representative James Talarico in November. Paxton going after Cornyn's record on Fox and Friends yesterday.
He fought Trump on the border wall. He did not want the border wall. Now, supposedly in his new campaign, he's for it. But for the last couple of decades, he's been against it. He's pushed amnesty. He helped Joe Biden basically pass the most restrictive Second Amendment bill in maybe decades. So there are many things that John is running on now that are so different from how he's governed, and it's time for a change in Texas.
The senior senator from the great state of Texas, John Cornyn, joins us now to make his case to voters on Election Day. Senator, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Lawrence.
All right, so, Senator, I guess I'll give you the opportunity to respond to the Attorney General's claims there. And the president even saying this on Truth Social. He said, Ken's opponent was very disloyal to me as president and didn't fight hard enough for the desperately needed Save America Act, voter ID, proof of citizenship, no mail-in ballots. Senator, what's your response?
Well, with regard to Ken Paxton, Texans have learned that you can't trust a thing that Paxton says because he's lied to taxpayers, his senior staff, got impeached by a Republican-led House of Representatives, and hung taxpayers with $6.6 million in a judgment from whistleblowers who turned him into the FBI because he was interfering with a federal investigation of one of his campaign donors. And look, Lawrence, I've supported the president's agenda the whole time that he's been president. I'm proud of the fact that we confirmed hundreds of justices, including 3 new Supreme Court justices. I was the whip or the chief vote counter during his first term when we passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and in the Working Family Tax Cuts Act this time. So I've been an ally of the president. He's called me a friend. I understand he's made his choice, but only Texans get a chance to vote in this primary, and I'm hoping that those who did not vote early and the 75% who didn't vote at all in the primary will come out today and cast their vote.
You know, Senator, you do make a good point, and I said this before the president's endorsement, that as Texans, we're independent. We're going to make our decision based on the facts that we know, even though the president is hugely popular in the great state of Texas. But I do have to ask, Senator, after serving with distinction for 30 years, why do you feel like you're in a runoff right now for your political future right now?
Well, we know political trends come and go, and President Trump is certainly very influential and in the Republican Party, particularly the runoff. But the truth is, I've been, an ally of the president's, so there's no incompatibility there. And I think my experience gives me a chance to do things for the president and for Texans that a newbie could not do. For example, we got a $13.5 billion reimbursement for Texas taxpayers because the Biden administration would not secure the border. So I think I can deliver for the people of Texas. And the fact is that Texans have learned the hard way that you can't trust Ken Paxton.
So, Senator, one of the arguments you have made, and I've been watching this race for obvious reasons very closely, is that you don't feel like that the Attorney General can beat James Talarico in a general election. I want to play some of his words first, and then we'll get your reaction. Here he is.
He recognizes that there are many more than 2 biological sexes. In fact, there are 6. God is both masculine and feminine and everything in between. God is non-binary.
I have met so many Hindus, Buddhists, Sikh, Jews, Muslims, atheists, agnostics, who are more Christ-like than some of the Christians I serve with in the Texas legislature.
Our southern border should be like our front porch. There should be a giant welcome mat out front and a lock on the door.
So, Senator, with respect, I can't see Talarico beating you or the Attorney General with words like that.
Well, the problem is, Lawrence, that Ken Paxton will be on defense the whole time between now and November if he is the nominee. It'll take hundreds of millions of dollars to try to save him, and it's likely not to be successful because the mainstream media loves Talarico. It's like the second coming of Beto O'Rourke, and you remember what that was like. And so I can help the ticket. I can help down ballot. I know the president cares a lot about the congressional races that are right below the Senate race. And I won by 10 points in 2020. So I think I could be the most help to the president and his agenda in the last 2 years of his term of office and all the down ballot races. And Ken Paxton will be an albatross. He could well lose, but even if he doesn't lose, he will win by such a razor-thin margin that it's likely to have a negative drag on the down ballot races in Texas. Judges, local officials, House of Representatives, you name it. So I think I can help, and that's the reason I decided to run.
Roger that, Senator. I appreciate you joining Fox and Friends. I only got 10 seconds left. If you're not successful today, will you support the ticket?
That's what I've said, Lawrence. I'll support the ticket. I'm a Republican. I've worked most of my life to build the Republican Party.
Right. Senator, thank you so much for your service to the state of Texas. We appreciate it. Good luck
Thanks,
today.
Lawrence. Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.